Haha. Welcome to Mr. Sal's Podcast and that Season 4, Episode 29 for the week that was March 6th, 2023. That was unexpected. I thought that would clear up my whole screen. Anyway, learning about things as we go through the show. We're once again doing a simulcast video and a simul record video and audio on StreamYard, working with that. As always, thanks to my daughter for the intro music. Wearing my Ed Camp Pittsburgh t-shirt this morning. Saturday morning. It is cold. It is snowy. I know not too much snow on the ground, but it's damp outside. So what we're going to do on this episode, we're going to review the week that was for March 6, 2023. We're going to read a couple student emails, maybe one, maybe two. We'll see. Review the week that was. I will finally give my Super Bowl picks because I remembered. And I put them in the script. So I always seem to forget about my last episodes, but these are legit. These are not adjusted since the Super Bowl. I know it's been like a month since then, but hey, these things sometimes happen. We're going to preview the upcoming week. We're going to drink some more coffee. All of this and maybe more in this week's top-rated and award-winning somewhere on the internet episode of Mr. Sal's Podcast in that. We'll be right back. If I could find, wait for it. There it is. Be right back after this. Okay, and we're back. Working out some of the glitches. It's a little bit different working on the computer than it was on the iPad. So this week's student email of the week comes from name and period withheld due to student confidentiality. To keep up with that student confidentiality. The email reads, Mr. Sal, when are all the makeup grades done? Well, short notice, you have until Wednesday to turn in any late work. After Wednesday, late work will not be graded because we're running out of time on the 9 weeks. I've extended it again, more so than I planned to, but we are there extending. You have until Wednesday to turn in any late work. Some of you have talked to me about taking some makeup quizzes. Those are special because I want you to study before you take those quizzes. So that's where we stand with that stuff. So thank you. I hope that answers your question. And for anyone else who would like to submit an email about class to my school email or message me via Schoology, not only do I read it on this award-winning and highly rated podcast, but you also get enrichment points for your effort. So we're going to jump right in with class updates as I'm reading off my iPad over here on the screen. We had work on finishing up the project. Yes, finished the project up. And we were working on the study guide. You created your own study guide for the project. I thought it'd be better if you picked out what students need to know for your project than me going through and giving you general headings. So you made a note-taking guide or a study guide for your projects. Honors class, you actually started going over those projects in class. With the regular classes, US2, we finished up the study guides on Friday. We're going to start going over the projects on Monday. So that's where that stands. That's pretty much what we did during the week. We did do a civics booklet for participation points, middle of the week. You guys did really well with that. We tore through that. There are no optional enrichment assignments this week. However, there are some optional enrichment assignments hanging on in the background. Go back through the other podcasts and you'll see what's going on. You'd see in the descriptions which ones have enrichment assignments, which ones don't. So as we move through, and this is hard working on camera. I normally would just pause the music and get myself reorganized, but we're not doing that with this one. We're going to go with the dad joke of the week. And this week's dad joke of the week is from bestlife.com. BrightonSports.com. I do not have a virtual studio audience this week because we're pushed for time. So we're going to be going through this rather quickly. This dad joke of the week, I saw it. It reminded me because it caught my attention. When I played Book It against you guys, by the end of the day, I was getting tired from clicking all the answers and winning all the time. So I played left-handed, even though I'm right-handed. I played left-handed. And even to top it off, I put my right arm behind my back and still was competitive. That's how tough that Book It game was. It was spirited. I didn't win every game, but I did well throughout. Anyway, because of that, I saw this dad joke and I thought, we're going to go with it. So, along the spirit of, playing Book It with one arm behind my back and left-handed, I also realized this morning I'm excellent at sleeping. I really, really am. I have to say, and I'm trying to be modest about this, but I'm so good at sleeping. And you guys are going to say, how good are you? I could sleep so well, I could do it with my eyes closed. Hello? Anyone? I could do it with my eyes closed. Get it? Anyway. I tried. This week coming up, it's an abbreviated week. Be short and sweet. We have 4 days. We're in Monday. Thursday's our last day. Thursday will be our Friday. So what we're going to do this week is you're going to take notes on the projects. Classes voted. Some classes wanted to work on their own. Some classes wanted to do notes as a group. And we'll go over the projects, take notes, and then I will go in after the fact and clean up and add any pertinent details that may be missing from the projects. Along those lines, I'm going to be grading projects this weekend. So I'll have grades and I have all of your reflections done. Those are graded. I'll hand back rubrics on the reflections coming up this week. So that's what we're working on. And before we go any further, I want to get into my Super Bowl picks. So I know it's a month after the Super Bowl, but that doesn't matter. They're late. They're $1 short, but they are legit. This is what I picked ahead of time going into the Super Bowl. You have to understand, I spent the Super Bowl weekend out in Eastern PA at a conference. So there are a lot of Philly fans out there. So I tried not to root too hard either way. I was more of a Chiefs fan, but I honestly don't really dislike either team all that much or like that team all that much. I had no skin in the game, as they like to say. So I stayed low key throughout the game, but it was nice watching the game, not really, disliking the team or wanting one team to win or one team to lose. So I was relaxed during the whole game, which is pretty cool because usually I get upset and I want one team to lose or one team I'm really rooting for. Didn't happen this year. Since he was out of it, the Bills were out of it, I was happy. Rather smooth sailing. So here was my pick before the game. Both teams were evenly matched. Both teams, I was actually surprised by Kansas City's defense. I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. But I thought it was going to come down to the last possession of the game. Field goal or touchdown. It was going to be close. Last possession. I was kind of hoping for KC overall because, I'm a Pittsburgh guy, and you got to root for Pittsburgh over Philadelphia. But I didn't really have a definitive, I really want Philadelphia to lose. Because I have friends that are pretty cool, and they root for Philadelphia. So anyway, I figured it would come down to the last possession of the game, and it would be a one-score game. Well, by last possession, it would be a one-score game. And I was right. Wasn't sure who was going to win. Kind of leaning a little bit more towards KC than Philly, and that came true. So I was kind of right. Not like a hardcore, put money on the game type thing. But most of my prediction was correct. So that was my lame Super Bowl prediction. Going on to school announcements. Career portfolios are due by the end of the month. Please make sure you have everything completed. Check with guidance for the specific due dates. Check out What's Up New Brighton, the internet show. It's informative, it's fun, it's student run. We have our club meetings the third Tuesday of every month, except for March, because I will be out. What's Up New Brighton also has a new TikTok. Well, it has a TikTok channel. We'll be putting information out on that shortly before they ban TikTok at the federal level. And you can check out ebooks from the school library any day. The school librarian, Mrs. Berger, is there Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But you could check out ebooks any day of the week and even through the summer and over school breaks. Check with Mrs. Berger for details. There's still a few more colleges and technical schools coming to the high school. Sophomores, you need a school visit. If you didn't complete the survey, you need a school visit. These visits by schools to New Brighton count as your college visit. Get them in. As I get ready to end this podcast, I want to mention several things. First is that the comments, information, ideas, jokes on this podcast are my own and not those of any other entity or organization. If you get mad at something, don't blame them. Send me constructive criticism. If you like something, let me know. Second, a number of organizations and websites do a lot of good for others. The first is PAECT.org. PAECT, the Pennsylvania Association for Educational Communications and Technology. If you're an educational stakeholder in Pennsylvania, the United States, the world, or hopefully someday the universe, out in the stars, check out PAECT.org. We are a network of educators who work with best practices in education, how to implement technology and forward thinking in the classroom. So join thousands of us to network and help strengthen the use of best practices in educational technology today. And speaking of PAECT, check out the PAECT Pod. It is a live stream and podcast. You can find it anywhere great podcasts are. We're live on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We will be the first and third Tuesdays of the month. We are moving, everybody. We go over current events going on in PAECT, interview interesting guests such as Mr. Coy Bowles from the Zach Brown Band. Other great guests and members around the state. Talk about what's going on, how to implement technology in the classroom. I have new ideas and tech tools. We go through all of that as I'm going off script with our PAECT pod. PAECT, we are the voice of EdTech in Pennsylvania and beyond. Another thing we talk about is 211.org. You can dial 211 on any phone that reaches the outside world or go to 211.org on any internet-connected device. 211.org will put you in contact to find social services in your area of the United States and most of Canada. If you're an individual or family in need, please reach out to this fantastic resource. 211 on your phone, 211.org on any internet-connected device. And the last is 511pa.com. That is an app. Google 511PA or go to 511PA in your app store, and you will find on the internet live camera shots of interstate and state highways, driving conditions around the state, where snow plows are located, where construction is located, if there are accidents to shut things down. It is live traffic information. You could call 511 on your phone to get those updates over your phone. And there is an app, as I said before. I've used this resource a number of times. It's great when traveling. Check it out. Well, everybody, that wraps up this week's show. It's a little rough, but hey, I'm learning. And that's what it takes. When you learn, sometimes things go rough. So we're going to wrap up the show. I will see you Monday, short week, Monday through Thursday. Have a good one and take care.